the leg press. So the leg press is a great muscle builder, especially for the quads, and is great for beginners and advanced alike. So the setup is basically a sliding seat. You can grab this lever here and you'll slide the seat up, or you can slide it down. An important point to remember also is that this lever is the key to unlocking the seat, and when you let it go, it locks back into place. So it's important to remember that for your safety as well. So as you slide the seat, you want to put it into a position where your leg angle is at about 45 to 90 degrees. It'll vary on person to person, but you want to pick the angle that feels the best for you. And when you find that angle, extend your legs straight and return to position. And a key to remember also is not to lock your knees completely. You want to leave a slight bend in them as you extend your legs. Make sure you breathe, exhale as you press, and inhale as you return to position. So another variation is the single leg press. You can set your other leg on this padding on the floor and press, or you can lift it up for a bit more challenge. But it's important to make sure that you can confidently and comfortably do this exercise. And a little side exercise you can do on this machine are calf raises. And they actually work pretty well, especially since you can load them up with some weight. Back extensions. So this is going to target the glutes and the low back. Not too much to this machine. You just have a handle to adjust this padding where we put our back on, and then we just lean back, and that's about it. I kept the weight relatively light, but it felt good when I was doing this workout. Like, it felt like a good amount of strain on my back. In a good way, it felt like a good amount of tension. And it's very simple, so I like it. Not quite sure how it would fare in the long term, but from what I have done, I thought it was an excellent workout. And I think it could be good for beginners and advanced alike. And for never doing this before, I think this is pretty solid. Leg extensions. So leg extensions are amazing. You're gonna have your quads screaming. You're gonna be on fire. You're gonna love them. So the key part is the setup for this. This first handle, the lower handle, you want to push this button and you can adjust it to fit your size, whether you're small, medium, large. You want the padding to fit on the front of your ankles, and your legs should drop straight down so they can fit nicely on your ankles. And the second lever is going to control where you start your extension from. So whether you want to start extending from a higher level or a lower level, it's up to you. But ideally you want to start with your legs straight down. And lastly, you want to get the seat into a good position so that your back, you're sitting straight up, comfortable, and can extend your legs easily. Now from there, you're going to extend your legs straight out, hold for a moment, and return to position. It's important to take this exercise nice and slow, really feel the burn in your quads, and lower back down into position with control. And if you're looking to spice things up, you can also do single leg extensions. These will just increase the burn times 10. You know, if you're a sucker for punishment, go ahead and try these out. These are excellent. And guys, I really feel like this is one of the best leg machines at the gym. Don't sleep on it. So this right here is just another leg press variation. Only a few minor differences, but everything else will be the same. These knobs here are the adjustments for where the leg extension starts. So you'll pull it and you can lift it higher to start higher, or pull it down to lock it into a neutral position. But yeah, everything else is the same. This one just has two. They have two ankle paddings, so that it's a little bit easier to do single leg movements. But other than that, good. Leg curls. So leg curls are going to work the hamstring muscles. And so these are basically the opposite of the leg extension machines. So it's going to look very much the same. You're going to adjust the seats and the attachments pretty much the same. You want to have the seat where you can sit up straight. And so here we have the same long handle attachment that will change the position from where you curl, and then we have the padding that's going to sit on your ankles. So you want to adjust this so your legs are relatively straight, and you want the lower padding under your ankles to fit snugly there, so that when you begin to leg curl, it feels comfortable and it's not excessively sliding up and down your leg. It's not too far or it's not awkward. So be sure to take time and adjust the seating properly. And then lastly, you want to drop this down on your lap. That will help keep you locked into position, kind of like a roller coaster. And then drive your heels straight down towards your butt. Really take your time with this. Go slow, and if you're feeling good, you can even try the single leg variation of this. This is absolutely one of the best workouts in the gym. And again, exhale as you pull down, inhale as you return to position. Keep things nice and slow and controlled. Lying leg curls. So lying leg curls are as implied, leg curls done while lying down. This is going to be the same as before. You got your long handle, your short handle for your adjustments, and I'll go into that a little bit more for you. So these ones you also can adjust before you even lay down. As a beginner, you'll probably have to experiment a little bit because this one can be a tad tricky in the sense that if you do set it up wrong, it can feel really uncomfortable. And I think that taking the time to set it up properly so you can do this exercise will greatly benefit you. One thing I will say, so when you do lay down, you don't want the padding to be pressing down to where it's starting to hurt your knees when you go to leg curl. You want it to have a little give so that when you do initiate your curl, there's no pressure pushing down against your knees. But just like the leg curl, you want to align the padding on the back of your ankles. Drive your heel towards your butt, slow and controlled. You can also do the single leg variation if you like. Make sure you exhale as you drive that heel towards your butt, and inhale as you return to position. Hip adduction. So this is the hip adduction machine, which works the hip abductors, which help drive the thighs together. And so all this machine is two pads that you drive together with your knees. And the main adjustment that we have is this knob here that we pull, which will adjust how wide you want to start with the padding. And I must say, be careful. You don't want to start too wide. Pull something, because this can be a grueling workout. Don't sleep on this machine now, because I personally didn't do these that much before, and I revisited them while I was filming this video, and as you can see in my face, there is some pain there. But anyway, slow and controlled as you squeeze your thighs together, and relax as you return to position. Hip abduction. So this is the hip abduction machine, which is the opposite of the adduction machine, which we're spreading our knees outward instead of inward. So the abduction machine is going to be the same as before, using the knob to adjust the position of the pads against our knees. Except for this one, we want our knees to start in a more neutral seated position, and then we press our knee outwards against the padding. And a safety tip with this one is you don't want to overextend your legs. You don't want to over press them outward to the point where you strain something. You want to take them as far as you can comfortably, where you get a nice burn, but there's no pain in your joints or anything. So as before, take it slow and controlled as you press out, and then return to position. Glute kickbacks. So this is going to target the glutes or the booty. It's a very simple machine. There's only two main adjustments, and we're going to just be extending or kicking our leg backwards. The two main adjustments are the footstool, which is the one you're going to be pressing against or kicking back on, so you can put it to the left or put it to the right. And then you have the chest pad, which you can adjust by pulling this knob. And then once you do that, you can begin pressing your leg straight back. And guys, there's no need to overextend and stick your leg as far back. Just extend your leg as far back as it can comfortably go. Feel the contraction in your glute, and then be sure to hit the other side. Keep it very simple. Take your time with this and enjoy those gains. The standing calf raise. So now we're going to get into a few calf workouts. This one is pretty straightforward. The main adjustment is this padding here that's going to be resting on our shoulders, and we'll adjust it up or down to find the position that is most comfortable for us to do our calf raises on. Once that padding is in position, you'll be able to start calf raising. So a good tip to keep in mind is that when you're doing these, you want to, one, go slow and controlled, get on your tippy toes, and then drop your heels just before they touch the ground, and then stand straight back up. These are going to burn the calves, but they will be excellent for them. And if you're feeling good, you can go ahead and do the single leg variation. And again, another reminder is to make sure that your feet are about halfway off the ledge. This will help give a good stretch in the back of the calf as you go down, and a good contraction of the calf as you go up. Calf extensions. So calf extensions are basically just calf raises, right? Instead, we're sitting down, but the motion of a calf raise and a calf extension is going to be almost identical. So the only adjustment we have on this machine is the back of the seat to scoot us closer or further so that we can get the proper leg position where our legs are relatively straight and our feet are able to sit on the pad in front of us. Then once we're there, go ahead and extend and press that padding forward with your toes and return to position, slow and controlled. You're going to feel this burn in your entire lower leg, your ankles, your feet. It's simple, but it's effective.